I don't think many people really understand how incredibly onerous it is to live with something like this for just a couple of weeks, let alone 3 years. Tell me a little bit more about what happened that night that he showed up at your house and you're trying to back into your garage.
Yeah, Ashley, thank you so much, and I really appreciate you having me on tonight. That day, it's hard to describe because the moment that I saw him, when I realized that it was him blocking me in my garage, the feeling in my gut, my stomach just dropped. And I remember thinking, okay, if he has a weapon, you need to get down as fast as you can. I got that garage closed. I was able to get inside. He got around, starts ringing the doorbell, and I was able to get out, calling 911, dog in hand, met a police officer in the park. They sent another officer to the house. He had continued sitting outside the house and was there for about 20 minutes before they got there. And then he was eventually arrested for what they told me was felony stalking at the time.
And yet he's arrested for felony stalking. He doesn't get charged with it. Why? Like, what happened? Where's the disconnect?
You know, the detective really did fight for me. He called and said that the DA is not going through with the felony charges. He's bringing it down to a misdemeanor. And when I asked why, he brought up that gap. So that gap that was a year and a half from January of 2024, when the protection order seemed to be working, until a month ago. And he said, 18 months is too long. It doesn't count as repeated. So I get lawyers with me. I'm looking at the law, and there's nothing in there about a timeline. So I say, I want to speak to the DA. I want to advocate for myself. I want to let him know how I'm feeling about this and just talk to him. Maybe he doesn't understand that this had happened for years prior to that. And he just kept saying, it's been too long of a gap. And so finally I say, okay, so how long do I have to wait for this man to stalk me again so that it goes down from felony to a misdemeanor? He can't answer me. I'm pressing him for a timeline. Finally he goes, it's a judgment call. And I said, well, your judgment call is putting my life in danger.